Hello, 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 girls, boys, and everything in between. Today it's time to show you a little trick that I love to use for the fastest clubbing makeup ever. Sometimes we all know the situation, you want to go out and you want to be gorgeous and stunning and sexy and snatched in the club, but you just do not have like hours and hours of time to put your makeup on. So as you can see, I already did my foundation and I did my little under eye baking powder, I did my brows and contouring, and girls and boys and everything in between. This means we are ready to go directly into this eye makeup tip, and I want to get glamorous with you, so let's go. Before we go into the application of this super easy and super fast drag club queen makeup, I'm gonna show you what you need. So the basics, and you can change the color up, is any kind of eyeshadow. I'm using a very old palette today. This is by Kiko Milano, and there is a black shadow in there that has a little bit of a blue reflect, and this is really cool. But as I said, you can totally do that with most eyeshadow colors that you can apply wet. And this is the secret. So here is my little angled eyeshadow brush, and I use this wet tonight. So here I have a little glass of water in front of me. I dip my brush in, not too heavily, and I try to get this eyeshadow into a kind of very pigmented, creamy texture. So I use a lot, and it's wet. And now we go right into it. Alright, so you're zoomed in and here we go. This is the first step of this crazy, super fast eye makeup. I'm especially careful around the lash line. I really want that to be dark. And then I'm checking how high I can actually go with this. Quite high because my lids are hooded. And then I just draw the shape of a smoky eye. Yes. First step is basically completed. Okay, and this is the super helpful trick. So I use a little makeup towel. I only use this for makeup. It's always in my drawer here in my makeup table. And I just dry the brush. So I want it to be not completely wet anymore, just a little damp. And then I just go in and I slightly blend the edges of this with the damp brush, just to get the edges of this whole makeup a little bit nicer and more, you know, softened and blended. I use an empty blending brush and I just wiggle it around the edge of this crazy dark thing. Sometimes when the blendation of the situation is a little rough, we need to reapply the base color just to make sure that everything is intense and black. Now I'm going in with a white eyeshadow and a flat synthetic brush, and I'm rubbing this into the skin on my brow bone. And by bringing it down towards the smoke, it actually blends in the black color perfectly. And this white eyeshadow, I mean, you could also use something like eggshell or a vanilla kind of shade, something light. Not necessarily light reflecting, but maybe with a little bit of a frost. But this is just giving your eye makeup the light that it needs, with it being still really smoky and dramatic. Alright, I'm adding a shimmer shade right into the inner corner. This also blends the black out amazingly and just gives it a little bit of a reflection. Hello. And simply to top this whole thing off, I'm going in with a liquid or creamish glitter. And this will just make the entire eye pop again and finish it off. Okay, I'm going on top of this with another creamy liquid glitter. This is by MAC. I think the other thing was empty.
Oh my god.
I'm applying this to the middle of the eyelids. And as I said, this is a fast makeup, so you can really speed it up when it comes to this step, because that's easy. You just apply it, you let it sit there for like just a few seconds. And then I'm going back in with a little brush and I just make sure that there are no hard lines and no stupid edges or anything. And then only if you feel like it, you can add a shimmer shadow on top of this entire thing, just to make sure that everything is fixed and really sparkles. You could also put glitter on this, it doesn't really matter, but the thing that I want to point out is you just can speed up your game like crazy with this. For my lower eyelid, I'm just going in with the most basic thing ever, a black eyeliner by Kiko, just to make sure that everything is rimmed in black. And to finish that lower eyelid, I'm just blending the liner out with a shimmery black shadow. And with that black shadow, I'm also connecting upper and lower lid. Boom, boom, boom. And of course, you could also go in and re-intensify the black eyeshadow on your top eyelid. And then it's time for a little tiny bit of mascara, Miss Mascara, right? It is time to throw a little lash on. This is model number 1 out of my luxury eyelash collection. I feel like eyelashes are really finishing off this look because they're just giving you this three-dimensional last thingy that just really, you know, catches the eye of all the sweet boys who flirt with you in the club. So this could totally be your finished eye makeup for tonight, but I'm gonna give you some more options how to spice it up a little tiny bit. Option number 1 to spice this super fast eye makeup up a tiny little bit is blush. So this is my regular Orange Devil blush by MAC. I absolutely adore this product. I love the orange shade of it. It's just magical on my skin. I use it all over the place, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere. And I also make sure that it's really blended in. But here it comes. I'm going into my blush with a tiny little blending brush. And then I just sweep it on the lower lid. And you see the difference that this makes? Oh my god. And this is it. Can you see the difference? I think it's crazy. It's just the smallest and fastest little, you know, sweep of color, and it just changes the game incredibly fast. Alright, so here we go. I'm just going into the blush with a tiny little blending brush. And then I'm sweeping the blush on my lower lid. I just use it on top of the black shadow that I used on my lower lid. I use it on both sides, of course. And then here we go, look at that. This changes the whole thing so fast, and it's just the beginning, hennies. The second really cool trick to spice this eye makeup up is highlighter. So this is my favorite highlighter by MAC Cosmetics. I am still absolutely in love with this stuff. It's just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's insane. I put a little bit of this on the tip of my nose. I use it on the bridge of my nose. I use it on top of my forehead. Yes. But then to step up the eye makeup with a highlighter, I'm just going into the inner corner with a tiny little brush, and boom, here we are. This just takes you like a second. Everything is matching again. The highlighter is matching the inner corner. That's amazing, and it just takes you like literally a second to do this with a tiny blush. You cannot go wrong, and everything comes together beautifully and glowing. Trick number 2, honey. The next way to spice this eye makeup up is really easy, and it's actually nothing really new, but it's still a fast and absolutely reliable way to heat up your game. So now I'm going over the middle of my lid that I already highlighted with a metallic shade with some glitter glue. And then of course, I'm adding glitter. This is a nice little mixed color glitter by the brand Eulenspiegel, a brand that I love for glitters and special effect powders and stuff like that. And I'm just applying this with a little Anastasia Beverly Hills blending brush. Easy going. And there you are. Look at the difference this makes. It's crazy. Let me do the second eye. Alright, girls and boys and everything in between, these were 3 little steps to just spice up this super fast Club Queen eye makeup in like no time. Now I'm going in with a Milani liquid lip in a dark red color, and then I'm ready to slap my wig on, put a little outfit on this little body, and then go out to the club. Alright, rubber doll realness, here we go. So this is the entire look with my little, you know, wig and my outfit on. I'm feeling mighty fine tonight, and if you liked the video and if you want to know more tips, then just subscribe to my channel. Make sure to hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. And without further ado, I wish you a pleasant evening, day, or whenever you watch this. Please come back soon. See you in my next video. Bye.